please don't hate me. New fragrances. Let's talk about it.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. We're going to be talking about another new fragrance. No more money to spend. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, okay? Look, this one put a dent in my pocket as well, but it wasn't that bad of a dent. It's a brand new fragrance line, you guys, and this is called Viage. They've got a whole website on Viage fragrances. I'll put it up on the screen. They've got a lot of different fragrances, and they're all inspired by different locations. The first fragrance we're gonna be jumping into, the first one I got my hands on, and this brand was actually there in Scent Explore, New York. This one, I sniffed a sample. I fell in love with this one. After getting some gains, I walked into Chipotle to get a meal, and somebody said something about my fragrance, so instead of just coming on here and saying somebody said something about my fragrance and I got a compliment, I'm gonna just show you guys. So you know what? Let's go ahead and roll that first. And after that, we'll come back to the video.
Post-workout, I sprayed on Beaming Buenos Aires. Coming to get my Chipotle. No skit, no nothing. My man's over here. What's your name, brother? Demir is asking, Demir is asking me what I was rocking. So let him tell you for himself. What you think about this scent, brother?
No, yeah, it was good as hell. I smelled it as soon as I was making the ball.
0 to 10.
It caught me.
What would you rate it?
That's a good 9.5.
A 9.5. There you have it.
So Viage is a new brand that was just launched, I believe, this year. So there is a code. I'm gonna start right off the bat. You can save some money with code AROMATIX, 10% off. But the good news is that these are like middle price range fragrances. They're finally listening, you guys. Niche quality fragrances at middle price range, better than designer prices. That's what I'm offering you guys here. This fragrance is exactly that. So middle price range at around $130 to $150 tops, and then you could use that coupon code and save some money. Aside from the money, forget all about that. Is the fragrance even good to talk about? Well, the short answer is yes, and that's why we're here. And the long answer is it's more complicated than that. This one in specific is called Beaming Buenos Aires. But on the website itself, it's got like this whole breakdown. Each fragrance has its own video, shows you some scenery of each location, and it sounds like a place that I'd want to go. Inspired by romantic mystique of ocean voyages, Viage offers an invitation to indulge in the alluring aromas that pay tribute to the cherished cities of the world. Our scents are an ode to the joy of adventure and a love letter to the journeys that ignite our senses and shape our lives. The box is covered by this sleeve. On the sleeve itself has like this map layout, and you pull off the sleeve. On the inside, there's a picture of the globe. It's nothing special, magnetized, and on the inside rests the fragrance like so. Pull out the fragrance, and the first thing I'm gonna say about the bottle is I think this is pretty cute. It's pretty modern, it's simple. I hate when they overdo bottles. There are rare cases though where overdone bottles are actually pretty sick. Very simple, very elegant, and it's something that'll actually look really nice in any collection. So I plan on grabbing the entire collection. As you guys can see, it actually looks pretty good. It's something that's luxurious without screaming luxury. The front on this is just a sticker, so it doesn't look like it's anything crazy, but the scent on this is crazy. This is all about the rose, the vanilla, and some earthy nuances. There's some hibiscus here. My God, this is a sexy fragrance. So actually, speaking of, today I wore a coat that I wore this on 2 days ago, and I wasn't wearing a scent of the day. One of those days where you're just so busy, you just roll out. And I you not, I'm gonna beep that part out. As I got out of the car, took the coat off, it came off of the coat onto my arm. So sexy. This reminds me of like this super elegant rose, a crunchy sugar quality to it with some hibiscus. So it does remind me of something in between like Delina and Delina Exclusive, but its own thing completely. Much more Madagascar vanilla in this one makes it a lot sweeter and much more mass appealing. Not only that, but the earthy nuances makes this one far more unisex than Delina Exclusive. I honestly never thought I'd see the day that I would rock a fragrance over Delina Exclusive, but this is exactly that. And to be honest with you guys, Delina Exclusive is not something that I'm actually gonna pull out of my collection and be like, yeah, I'm gonna wear Delina Exclusive today, because one, the bottle, and two, it's marketed as a female's fragrance. This one, however, perfectly unisex. Ladies, you can get away with this. Gentlemen, you can get away with this as well. It's much more than just Delina Exclusive vibes. It's got this naturalistic smelling hibiscus rather than the patchouli, and this Madagascar vanilla. That's what lingers the most. It's like vanilla and rose, but a very diffusive rose. Slightly peppery, smells like champagne with vanilla. Like, what? So addicting. And the hibiscus, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I like it just a little bit more than the patchouli. If I'm being real, I like this a little bit more than Delina Exclusive. I get this borderline crunchy sugar quality. Even though it's Madagascar vanilla, I can definitely sense some sugar. So a lot of those lollipops that have those crystallized sugars, I sense this one with some hibiscus and the rose. It's as simple as that. So look, I wanted to save the notes for later on because of the fact that I want you to understand what it actually smells like before we actually talk about anything. So that's essentially what it smells like, okay? As far as the notes goes, I'll plop this up on the screen. It's got hibiscus, damask rose, mint, muskmallow, cinnamon, vanilla, leather, spicy, and amberette. So it definitely is spicy. It's spicy rose, but a lot of vanilla that envelops the spicy nuances. So it smells like spiced vanilla. It's that good. It's a borderline gourmand rose fragrance. That's what it is to me, at least. It's definitely a relatively spicy rose fragrance. You definitely have to enjoy spicy fragrances, but it's more than just spicy rose. That vanilla is extremely prominent. From the top all the way to the dry down. The ambrette is just this slightly animalic musk quality, but this in itself is not really an animalic rose fragrance. The Unisex, the reason I love it is because it has that slight tinge of the animalic nuance from the oud. But because I almost dropped it. But because of that, it is so freaking sexy. Like legitimately has me on my knees type of sexy. This is that, more unisex, and gentlemen can get away with this. This is in the same vein as something like Roses on Ice, or if you like Clive Christian Rock Rose. Yeah, that's what it's called, Rock Rose. But honestly, I find this one with a little bit more of an interesting factor because of the fact that it has some spicy nuances. If you like those fragrances, but you like spicy and oriental, you're gonna freaking love this. That's the vibe, that's the category of fragrances I would place this in. This, however, it's like those two fragrances with a lot more dirty, earthy nuances and some spices and vanilla. A much more grown-up take. Those two fragrances are just elegant and sexy. This is more of an aphrodisiac, which literally means a turn-on. For me, this fragrance is a turn-on. I wore it and it's a turn-on. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a rose fragrance that a lady or a man can rock. It's spicy, it's rose, it's sexy, musky, vanilla, gorgeous. A rose fragrance that smells like royalty. That's what this is right here. Very good. Longevity, I mean, 2 days on clothing. Legitimately 2 days on clothing. On skin, probably 8 to 10 hours. I didn't really go back and sniff it because the entire time I could smell myself. So it wasn't something that I could even measure. So beast mode, that's what I would classify this as. A beast mode rose fragrance that got me numerous compliments, and the one that I showed you is only the one out of many. I also decided that I'm gonna try my best from now on. Whenever I get a compliment, I'm literally gonna pull out my phone and say, here's the compliment, guys, because I mean, seeing is believing, but you know, not many people are comfortable. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do that, but I'll try my best. There you have it, guys. Viage fragrances, you should check them out because this one right here is a 10 out of 10 rose fragrances for me. Delina Exclusive, you've been dethroned. I'm sorry. Beaming Buenos Aires is better than Delina Exclusive. Don't believe me? Try it for yourself. They also have discovery sets. I'm gonna place this bad boy right here. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna place it down on my table because I've got a bunch of fragrances that I have them sectioned out for lists, and I work really hard at this. I love this. I genuinely love this, you guys. And if it wasn't a good fragrance, I wouldn't put my neck on the line and come here and tell you guys it's a good fragrance. I love my passion. I love my craft. I love perfumery. And this is another fragrance that I genuinely love. So Viage, Beaming Buenos Aires, check them out. Get a discovery set. Use code AROMATIX. If you have any one of these fragrances or if it strikes you as an interesting fragrance, let me know down in the comments. Make sure you like the video and subscribe while you're down there. And until the next one, peace.